Friday, Buffs, and welcome back to NewsTeam Boulder. I'm your host, Sophie Inglezos. Police need your help identifying a robber armed with what appeared to be a box cutter who put it to a clerk's throat and took all of the money in the register. The manager said that he was glad no one was hurt and the only thing taken was a little bit of money in the register. Circle K is on a busy corner of Arapahoe and 17th, right next to Boulder High, just down the hill from CU Boulder. This gas station has gone by some other names over the past few decades, but the one thing this quaint little convenience store has loved doing is serving the students.
Yeah. You want some too?
Stop! On Wednesday, CU released a statement condemning the violence and actions that occurred in a classroom early in the month. It appears that the incident was a protest initiated by the student organization Buffs for Palestine. I was outside the classroom and it was very scary to watch. In the statement CU released, they said the event is still under investigation, but the school does not tolerate violence or classroom disruptions.
Growing tensions in Boulder are hitting close to home and the kitchen. The popular local restaurant, The Kitchen, co-founded by Kimball Musk, has become the target of bomb threats in recent weeks. Kimball, the brother of tech billionaire Elon Musk, now finds his restaurant caught in the middle of a troubling situation. Our reporter, Kalijane Curry, takes a closer look on how a beloved Boulder restaurant has been swept into an unexpected and unsettling controversy.
I am here at the Kitchen restaurant in downtown Boulder, a well-known establishment co-owned by Kimball Musk, the brother of tech billionaire Elon Musk. This restaurant is known for its farm-to-table approach and community-centered mission is once again at the forefront of a troubling investigation. On Wednesday night, the Kitchen received its second bomb threat of the year. According to Boulder Police spokesperson Dion Wan, officers were called to the business at 1039 Pearl Street just before 7 p.m. after a phone call reporting an explosive device on the premises. Police quickly responded, swept the building, and determined there was no bomb. This marks the second bomb threat the Kitchen has received this year. The first occurred on January 23rd, also via phone. Investigators are now looking into whether the two incidents are connected and whether they were politically or personally motivated. Kimball Musk, the restaurant's co-owner, has not released a public statement as of now. However, speculations around the threats has grown due to his family ties. His brother Elon Musk is currently serving as a close advisor to President Donald Trump and is the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, the federal agency responsible for a wave of controversial employees' layoffs earlier this year. Boulder Police and FBI are both involved, treating the threats with the highest level of seriousness. If you have any information about either bomb threats, Boulder Police urge you to come forward. Reporting live from Pearl Street, I'm Kalijane Curry reporting for NewsTeam Boulder.
A popular spot on Pearl Street went up in flames last week. Our reporter Adair Tutin tells us more.
I'm standing here on Pearl Street where just over a week ago a fire broke out at the popular restaurant Salt, causing severe damage and forcing the business to shut its doors. Around 7:57 p.m. on Monday, March 31st, Boulder fire rescue crews responded to reports of a structure fire at 1047 Pearl Street. When they arrived, heavy smoke and flames could be seen coming from the roof. Officials quickly evacuated the restaurant and neighboring buildings out of caution. Within minutes, the fire was upgraded to a 2-alarm response, bringing in additional support from partner agencies. Fortunately, no one was injured, but fire investigators later determined that the fire started accidentally in the restaurant's kitchen. Salt sustained major damage while nearby buildings saw only minor smoke effects. At this point, it's unclear when Salt will reopen its doors, but business owners and community members alike are hoping for a swift recovery. Reporting from Boulder, I'm Adair Tutin.
This year, we've had a lot of popular stores closing, sadly, and now we have another one to add to the list. Walgreens is mass closing stores all around the country. NewsTeam's Emma Stanfill checked in with Boulder locations.
For pharmacy technician Juliana Munch, fulfilling prescriptions at Walgreens is not a burden. It's a routine that she looks forward to every week. And through this routine, she's found fulfillment.
People come here and sometimes they're really stressed out about getting their medication on time, and it's kind of nice to be able to ease that burden and tell them that I can get it to them in just a few minutes and make them feel better about that.
But this routine could get disrupted as Walgreens is closing 1,200 stores across the U.S. and 11 locations in Colorado.
I think that it's really sad. I think that a lot of people depend on Walgreens just because it's kind of like your neighborhood store.
The large issue at hand is in 2024, they had a net loss of $8 billion, and this affected prices.
No, I just mean only 6,000 stores are profitable, so they have to undertake an objective if they want to stay in business to close 2,000 stores.
Part of this is due to their competitors, CVS and Target, selling some of the same products. For example, this razor and this lotion. But this razor at Target is $1 cheaper, and this lotion, $2 cheaper, contributing to the overall loss of customers.
While the company is in financial turmoil and Colorado Springs stores closed this week, Boulder stores remain open for now, taking things week by week. The goal, very simple.
Deliver a good result for people and customers.
And Juliana is doing just that, because it's always been about the people for her. If Boulder Walgreens locations can prove to be profitable, they're here to stay. I'm Emma Stanfield with NewsTeam Boulder.
Coming up after the break, we will explore how Boulder is dealing with fire threats and the fiery new addition to local first responders.
Boulder is taking yet another step towards a cleaner environment. NewsTeam reporter Emma Kane has more.
In the city of Boulder, where innovation meets nature, a new era of emergency response has arrived.
So we're standing in front of the city of Boulder's first electric fire engine. We call it the RTX.
Meet the Rosenbauer RTX, Boulder's first fully electric fire truck. A revolutionary step in sustainable firefighting. It's powerful, efficient, and purpose-built for the future. With Boulder being one of the first cities to have an all-electric fire truck, the city will soon be breaking a new record.
The city of Boulder will be the first city in the nation to have two, and that second electric engine, or RTX, should be arriving within the next month or so.
Unlike a traditional fire engine that might rely on diesel or gas, the RTX electric fire engine relies on electricity for its battery source, so that makes it cleaner for the environment and better for the city of Boulder.
Boulder Fire Rescue is excited to have the RTX engines on board because they meet our community climate goals.
The adoption of 2 RTX engines will allow for firefighters to be exposed to less fumes and noise without compromising on efficiency.
It has low to no emissions, which means that the fumes that are coming out of the apparatus are less harmful for our firefighters.
It's not just a truck, it's a commitment to our community, to our climate, to our future. Boulder is leading the way, and the future just rolled in.
Bird flu has seen the largest outbreaks ever, and pets, especially cats, are susceptible to be infected or be carriers. NewsTeam's Jordan Cummings is in Greeley to tell us what to expect when it comes to bird flu and what measures you can take to keep your fur babies safe.
Coloradans love the outdoors and wildlife. We bring our furry friends into our homes and hearts, but with that comes risk to them from the time we spend outdoors.
The pets that do get bird flu are cats. And typically in cats, it is lethal. So for whatever reason, in cats, it causes neurological disease, and it's sort of a very painful death. So having your cat or avoiding having your cat eat raw food, raw meat, raw milk. And if you do have a cat that likes to go outdoors, maybe try to keep them inside until this sort of simmers down.
We all have our furry friends that live in our homes and welcome in. But the dangers outside of our neighborhood are very real. I'm here at the home of Nick and Hannah Dutrow that are going to tell us a little more about what they know about bird flu.
Oh, I hear about it because didn't it sweep dairies or something like that?
It did.
So I heard about it because I got a buddy that hauls milk.
We're not around wild birds very often, so there's really little risk to us here. Stay away from dead birds. That's a big one.
Early this week, the city of Boulder conducted a prescribed burn at the intersection of Uray Drive and Oxford Road in North Boulder. Probably the last one for a while as temperatures get warmer and conditions drier. Prescribed burns are conducted intentionally to mitigate fire season, reducing the potential for grass and weeds to ignite. Boulder County remains under a red flag warning when winds and dry conditions increase the fire risk. To learn more about fire risks and prescribed burns, go to bouldercounty.gov. Spring is making a bold entrance this week here in Boulder. We're kicking things off with a hot weekend. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a near record high of 83, and Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 68. However, Sunday marks a turning point as we expect some evening showers and temperatures to dip into the 30s. Going into next week, we will see moderate temperatures in the high 70s and low 40s. It might be tempting to get outside and enjoy that warm weather, but students, don't skip too many classes. There's only a few weeks left. Are your phone habits hurting your health? Coming up, the surprising link between smartphone use and poor posture and what you can do to fix it. Staring at your screen could be doing more than just straining your eyes. I went to campus to take a closer look. We've all found ourselves in this position, sitting on our phone, head down, shoulders forward, for hours and hours at a time. But what kind of damage is this really doing to our bodies in the long term? Alec Demkew is a political science major at CU.
So I'd say that the more frequently that I sit down and look at my phone or computer, then the worse my posture gets, and it's kind of gotten worse over the past couple of years.
Some studies suggest that college students spend an average of 8 to 10 hours a day on their phones and computers, scrolling on social media and doing homework, and it's taking a toll on our bodies.
I think that the amount of time spent on my phone and computer and kind of craning my neck and looking down has definitely affected how my upper back feels. Definitely feels achy and very sore at the end of the day, and kind of causes me to have to stretch a little bit more frequently.
My name is Dakota Sears. I'm a physical therapist, doctor of physical therapy at Boulder Physical Therapy. Basically, when, if we're consistently kind of looking down at the phone, looking at a computer, even books, honestly, if we're, consistently looking in a certain position, it can elongate and further, basically decrease strength in the muscles that keep your head up.
However, there are some things you can do throughout the day to help with the pain and fix the hunch.
And in general, I always tell people movement is the best exercise. So, if you find yourself here a lot, I always tell people, okay, go up, take a little rest, go take a walk around, kind of, modify your position. And then, being here all the time is not great, but being here sometimes is okay, I think so.
So let's do a posture check one time together. Chin up and shoulders back.
Exciting news for Boulder as we welcome the Sundance Film Festival to its new home. For the last 40+ years, the Sundance Film Festival took place in Park City and Salt Lake City, Utah. Starting in 2027, the festival will take place on the vibrant and colorful Pearl Street Mall, adding to its already established radiant art scene. The Sundance Film Festival serves as a major platform for independent filmmakers and storytellers to debut their work, connect with fresh audiences, and share their voices.
Graduation is just around the corner at CU, and seniors are doing more than just preparing for the big day. Many are polishing up their resumes but ignoring a possible roadblock. NewsTeam's Maggie O'Kane tells us more.
Looking to clean up your resume for internships or jobs post-grad? Come on down to Career Services office located in the 4th floor of the C4C.
You want a job? Clean up your resume. Before your resume actually gets to a hiring manager, it's going to go to an applicant tracking system. What it means is an AI robot is going to look at your resume and ensure your resume is being tailored towards what they're looking for. Additionally, they want a professional resume, meaning any colors, shapes, columns, or more than 3 kinds of fonts will automatically be rejected.
Ari highlights that while the resume is important, there's another thing students need to be focusing on: building out a LinkedIn page. It's a great way to connect, and it's a great way to utilize social media when trying to find a job post-grad.
LinkedIn profile, which is why it's really important to ensure your profile is as professionalized as it can be. You want to ensure you have a professional headshot, you have a professional summary, you want to ensure you're listing all your education, skills, experiences, ensure you are connecting with your professors, with other students, people at work.
Ari mentions that while employers aren't looking up your name in search engines like Facebook or Instagram, it's important to know once they have your LinkedIn, they can find anything else online.
Want to clean up your resume? Come on down to the C4C and come visit at Career Services. You can get a headshot, you can get your resume cleaned up, and you can even go through your LinkedIn and other social medias with advisors to help you prepare for life after college. This is Maggie O'Kane with Boulder News Team.
Thanks for watching. I'm Sophie Inglezos.
And I'm Maddie McManus. We'll see you next week at 4 on News Team Boulder.
Have a good weekend, Buffs!